I declare the 10th convocation open.
Honorable Union of Finance and Corporate Affairs and our Chief Guest, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, our Chairman and Founder Director of IIIT Bangalore and Central Pillar of Support, Professor S. Sadagopan, members of the Board and members of the Senate, respected members of the Parliament and Legislative Assembly, distinguished Chief Technical and Executive Officers of industries, eminent academicians, special invitees, deans, heads of the departments, registrar, my dear faculty colleagues, staff members, student volunteers, other students, other invitees, and finally, press and media, and my beloved graduating students and their proud parents, on behalf of IIIT DM family, I welcome you all to the 10th convocation of the Institute. We are extremely humbled to have the Honorable Finance Minister amongst us, and I sincerely thank our Honorable Finance Minister for accepting our invitation to address our 12th graduating batch of 380 graduates consisting of 6 PhDs, 53 MTechs, 110 dual degrees, and 211 BTech degree recipients. With great pleasure, let me inform you all that we have been positioned in the category of Band Excellent in the Atal ranking of Institution on Innovation Achievements, IRA 2021, the only IIIT in the top 21, and maintains the Band Excellent for the second consecutive year. I am also delighted to inform you all that we have scaled up our performance and climbed up to the 184 in the NIRF ranking. In this Crystal Jubilee year, we have attained 97% of placements with highest CTC of 32 lakhs per annum and average CTC of 10.06 lakhs. Our chief recruiters have been Amazon, AMD, Ericsson, Google, L&T, MathWorks, Microchip, Samsung, and Zoom India, etc. Let me thank the companies, the 2022 batch students, as well as the Institute placement team. We have surpassed unprecedented circumstances caused by the pandemic and accomplished steady rise and improvement in both number of offers and CTC across all programs and departments at this institute. Our faculty have received 4.39 crore rupees worth sponsored research projects in financial year 21-22. Also, the Department of Mechanical Engineering has selected to receive funding from DST under Fund for Improvement of Science and Technology FIST scheme. We have filed 22 patents this year and published about 280 papers in reputed SCI journals and international conferences. Institute has completed one round of recruitment of faculty positions and added 3 professors, 3 associate professors, and 16 assistant professors this year. It's my pleasure to inform you all that the Institute has started offering elective courses and minor programs in biomedical engineering and biotechnology streams in order to nurture interdisciplinary research and innovation and contribute to nation building in healthcare sector. We realize the importance of industry-academia interaction and have recruited 12 working professionals from industries as adjunct faculty in various cadres as part of NEP 2020. Students have been benefited by the industry-oriented elective courses offered by them. In addition, they also support us in getting connected to various industries through collaborative projects and student internships. I feel really proud to announce that 3 of our young faculty members have received DST SIRE Fellowship, by which they would be performing postdoctoral research work for 6 months in foreign universities such as University of Milano, Italy, Stanford University, and University of Virginia, USA. I congratulate all the 3 young faculty colleagues, as this would not only provide an opportunity to strengthen their research capabilities, but also result in establishing wider research collaborations with those universities. As part of National Education Policy 2020, the Institute has taken up several initiatives too. We have registered with the Academic Bank of Credits and opened up the process to offer a joint elective courses for students of both IIIT DM Kanchipuram and IIIT DM Kurnool. Students from both the institutes have registered for the courses and classes have been commenced for this academic year. Also, the Institute has signed an MOU with IIIT Allahabad for academic collaboration, envisaging exchange of students and faculty for teaching, learning, and research. I am glad to share that the Institute has been granted a QIP minor center by the AICTE, by which 8 PhD seats are allocated in the engineering and science departments. Our faculty members have also conducted many faculty development internship programs sponsored by QIP, Atal, AICT, and SCRB, Vritika, and Karyashala schemes on cutting-edge research areas for which overwhelming response have been received from the engineering, teaching, and student community across the country. The institute has also signed an MOU with Saint Gobain India to award merit scholarships to girl students pursuing BTech program at our institute. Through this scholarship, Saint Gobain India has committed to donate rupees 2.29 crores to support the education of 40 girl students over a period of 8 years. This will encourage aspiring girl students from underprivileged background to pursue engineering in our institute, thereby transforming them into capable professionals for design and manufacturing industries. We have signed an MOU with MTOP Technologies Private Limited, Chennai, to jointly conduct internship and faculty development programs. The MOU with Samsung India Private Limited, Bangalore, offer internship opportunities for students who successfully complete the worklets under joint mentorship with Samsung researchers. Made It Innovation Foundation, the incubation unit of the institute, have so far nurtured 19 companies, provided 65 lakhs under Nidhi scheme for our student-led startups, and is actively promoting indigenization of and MSME level innovation through the innovation voucher program of the Tamil Nadu government. The Institute Innovation Council creates opportunities for students to venture into the commercialization of their products. EPASICO, our industry open house, conducted twice annually, invite panelists from alumni, corporates, startups, and MSMEs to evaluate product concepts and business plans proposed by our second and third year students. The 11th edition was conducted in the summer with projects categorized in 5 industrial verticals. The IPR cell of the institute supports the faculty and students in filing patents and commercializing their products. The Design Innovation Center inculcates the innovation culture among the student community by organizing product design competitions and supporting student teams in participating in national and international events. To encourage interdisciplinary research among faculty and students of various departments, we have established 3 research centers in the areas of artificial intelligence, IoT, robotics, smart manufacturing, and drones. Bio-inspired research and development lab was also set up, and few products are ready for commercialization. Students from various technical clubs of the institute have performed remarkably well despite the limitations posed by the pandemic. Mars rover team Sunya 2022 has secured the 2nd rank globally and 1st rank in India in the European Rover Challenge. The SCI Club participated in the Embaja International Competition organized by the Society of Automotive Engineers India as one of the top 60 teams in the country after completing with 240 teams. Samgata, the annual cultural festival, and Vasist, the Tech Fest, conducted in physical mode in April and attracted more than 1,000 students from other institutions to participate in the various events. I am really happy to see that the momentum has been gained back by the students to excel in extracurricular activities post the pandemic by conducting various intra-institute sports competitions. Vidhi, a non-profit initiative of our students, in order to lessen the inequality and uplift the unprivileged children, has been assigned 12 schools to impart special training to talented students to compete in national level scholarship and exams. Looking back to the last 15 years since the inception, as an institute of national importance, we create a new generation of engineers who are skilled in integrating design, business, humanities, and management concepts with their core engineering fundamentals. The design spine of our undergraduate curriculum makes our students to be designers trained to be product developers. It is really gratifying to note that the entire faculty, staff, and student community adapted to the online mode of teaching, learning process, and completed academic and other student-related activities without any delays during the pandemic, which helped the graduates of 2020 batch, 2021 batch, and the current 2022 batch to get placed in reputed industries and secure admissions for higher studies in India and abroad. We would like to place on record our gratitude to the central and state governments for their unstinted support in the last 15 years. Our campus community of close to 1,700 people has become a part of Melkatiyur village, and we thank the local administration and residents for their welcoming heart and sustained support. The progress from an idea to an institute is possible only when we have visionaries as leaders. I take this moment to to thank all the former chairmen and former members of the Board of Governors, former directors and members of the Senate for the exemplary leadership provided to the Institute. Let me also thank all the faculty and students who have been part of the Institute in the last 15 years. My dear students, I should say graduates, today is an important day for you, your family and also for the Institute. You have had the opportunity to pursue an education of your choice, and after years of hard work, you are flying out as design engineers of repute. As the Institute's true brand ambassadors are its alumni, and the Institute is what it is today because of all of you. It is my request that you as brand ambassadors carry forward the mandate of the Institute by serving the respective stakeholders and bringing laurels to the Institute. Stay connected with your alma mater and collaborate with your professors. May the Almighty bless you all well to shine in the future ahead. I wish you all the very best. Jai Hind, Namaskar and Vanakkam.
Good afternoon. As the chairman of the Institute, let me extend a very warm welcome to the distinguished chief guest of the day, Madam Honorable Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sita Raman ji. Thank you, Madam. It is truly a dream come true. 6 months back, the students came and said, "Sir, can we get Madam Nirmala ji for convocation this time?" I was nonplussed. I did tell them, nothing should be impossible for IIIT DM students. We said, we will try. And that is precisely what happened. We invited you and we agreed, and you are here. So thank you so much. I do not have enough words to adequately thank you for taking time out. So for the benefit of all the students, Madam landed at 12:40 at Chennai Airport. She is here at 3 p.m. She is with us up to 5 p.m. Goes to Kanchipuram, has a quick darshan, drives back to the airport, and back in Delhi technically tonight, tomorrow morning. Okay, that is the kind of schedule. Thank you, ma'am. Members of the Board of Governors and the Senate, the Director, faculty and staff members, students, and most important, the graduating students, the class of 2022, and their families, a warm welcome to the 10th convocation of IIIT DM Kanchipuram. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2022. It gives me immense pleasure in addressing you all on this 10th convocation. It is a matter of great satisfaction to all of us to see that a decade of convocations coinciding with the 15th year of the Institute's establishment. For most of us, it is even more special for the very simple reason this is entirely in-person convocation after 2.5 years of the pandemic. I am sure all the graduating students, their families, and the entire Institute fraternity are happy to be functional in person, and more important, to have the finance minister in person. Thank you. Convocations are always an important event for graduating students. Simple. It is the day for the graduating students when their years of hard work and dedication pays off and the cherished degrees and medals are in their hands. It would be an even happier moment for the proud parents and the families. India is one country where the parents leave no stone unturned to help their children pursue their educational dream of choice. Let me once again congratulate all of you on this achievement and also thank the Institute fraternity for playing their role in molding you as engineers and designers well prepared for the society. As the chairman of the Institute, I am happy to see the steady progress that the Institute has made. Thanks to the efforts of former Chairman BOG, members, and former directors, luckily we have Professor Jnanamurthy with us, the founder director. Please give. And we also have Professor Narayanan, who has been associated with the Institute from day one till today. Thank you, sir. We see the Institute flourishing to realize the mandate for which government set up IIITs with design and manufacturing as focus. The Institute has got many awards. The director did mention many of them, so I don't want to be repeating them. And it's kind of nice to see, when I met the Honorable Minister in her office in North Block, I did mention that, Madam, we are especially privileged because it is a small institute. Madam immediately corrected me, you are not a small institute, because she had done the homework. You see, we are 1,800 students, we are not small, but relatively we appear small. I'm happy to see the growth of the institute, both in terms of numbers and diversity, that's more interesting, in terms of academic and research programs. This institute has been at the forefront of offering programs in tune with the needs of the industry. Some of the industry leaders are here, they would vouch for it. Some of the unique programs that IIIT DM offers are BTech and MTech in smart manufacturing. BTech is specialization in AI. MTech in specialization with AI and data science, to name a few. It is also pertinent to note that throughout the 15 years of operation, the Institute has steadfastly focused on IT and IT-enabled design and manufacturing mandate by incorporating this focus in the various engineering programs. A number of Institute faculty members are actually spending a semester abroad, and I am particularly happy that one of them currently is at Stanford. I am personally glad to see the significant contribution of the students. It is excelling in its mandate of creating next generation of entrepreneurs. There are several interesting startups. We don't have time, otherwise I would have allowed the Honorable Minister to kind of go around our startup club. The students have succeeded in conducting annual cultural and technical fest in spite of the pandemic. Technical clubs have been winning laurels in several national and international competitions. And Mars rover is very special. In fact, this is one institute. In this respect, this is even ahead of other IITs. So I think the students deserve a big applause. To the graduating class of 2022, this is your day. Thoroughly cherish the moment. For you are worthy of the accolades today, which are permanently fruits of your academic endurance and hard work. All of us academicians know how competitive the world is compared to the world which we entered 50 years back. And you go through all the entrance exam before you could make it to IIIT DM, I know. And after coming, you continue the hard work, and the fruits of your 4 years or 5 years of labor are seen today. Each one of you is special in a way, and as we bask in this moment of well-deserved glory and happiness, it is also incumbent on each one of you to realize the responsibility that you will carry on your shoulders as brand ambassadors of IIIT DM. It is my request to each one of you to pursue your chosen career path with the same sincerity and dedication that you demonstrated in your years at IIIT DM. For us teachers, the real proud moments are to see our alumni getting settled in reputed organizations, making noteworthy contributions to the planet. It does not matter where you contribute. As long as you contribute to the planet, it is fine. And of course, we would like you to benefit the country also. I am confident that this graduating batch and the entire alumni of IIIT DM would render the fullest justice. Let me repeat, you will render the fullest justice on this front. Let me once again congratulate you all and wish you the very best. Thank you. It is time for me to formally request the Honorable Chief Guest. Let me steal a couple of minutes. I'm sure she needs no introduction, but sometimes it becomes a cliche enough. in formal occasions like this, it is good to formally introduce the speaker. Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, born to a middle-class family in Tamil Nadu, our own state, has in her a perfect blend of her father's disciplinary nature and her mother's love for books. She completed her graduation from Sita Lakshmi Ramaswamy College, Tiruchirappalli. For most of us who are familiar with Trichy, the so-called SRC, the famous SRC, and obtained her master's in economics and MPhil from Jawaharlal Nehru University. Again, for those of us who are familiar, the famous JNU. Her favorite subject was globalization and its impact on developing countries. She started her career in economics in London. She subsequently worked in BBC, the so-called British Broadcasting Corporation, and on her return to India in 1991, she served as the Deputy Director of the Center for Public Policy Studies in Hyderabad. She is an educationist and one of the founding members of Pranava, a reputed school in Hyderabad. She served as a member of the National Commission for Women from 2003 to 2005. In 2014, she was inducted into the cabinet as the Minister of State in the Ministry of Commerce with independent charge. Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman became a Union Defence Minister, the first time ever a woman Union Defence Minister in India in 2017. And she became the Union Finance Minister in 2019. Since then, she has been serving the country with utmost diligence and sincerity that even after the pandemic, our country is still in reasonably good shape. She is an avid reader, writes press releases on her own. It's quite creditable. I can tell you some of even the IIIT, IIT directors, we don't write our press releases. Madam does it on her own. She is a devotee of Lord Krishna and has a huge collection of bhajans. In her personal and professional life, she practices perfect balance, neither being too suppliant nor being too overconfident, and has taken her to the position of managing the finance of the largest democracy in the world with its 1.4 billion people. Madam, it's our honor and privilege to have you amongst us, and let me humbly invite you to deliver the convocation address for 2022. Over to you, Madam.
Good evening and vanakkam to all. Professor Sadagopan and all the distinguished faculty on the dais, the eager parents, the enthusiastic students who are graduating today, all invited guests, the media, and all the staff who run this wonderful institution. Once again, I say a vanakkam, and I'm happy to be here today. I thank Professor Sadagopan for having given me this opportunity to be able to speak to you all, to be with you today. I know it's my speech is at a time when everybody has done their job. The students are just here to get their degrees. A bad time for any minister to speak. But I would seek your indulgence so that some of the important things which matter to the young minds of today, I'd like to present before you. I know you're one of the Institute of National Importance, and the report about your performance actually says as to why you rightly deserve that Institute of National Importance title. Because the kind of quality work that your people are doing, the students are doing, and also the way in which your campus recruitment reflects high quality curriculum, rigor of learning, and also the way you're graduating. Now for 10 years, not really very big or long for institutions, but you have attracted the best of companies to come here to recruit from among you all. So that itself justifies why this institution should be and has been recognized as Institute of National Importance. You've moved to this permanent campus, I'm told, from 2011. There's of course a lot more work happening, not even an auditorium. We are at a moment in a temporary tent-like facility, but there's so much more to go. But before that, you've actually brought in a lot of credentials for this place, and that's what makes this institution a very premier institution. So it's not the brick and mortar, it's not the auditoriums, it's not the huge big funded play area or the labs. It is the students who make the institution, and all the 10 years you have done a brilliant work. And you have not reached here very easily. You are selected through a very tough competition. You build up a scientific temper even as you are here. And even as you are here, the kind of competition among students who are drawn from various socio-economic profile. You come from different parts of the country. So the competition is actually multifaceted, and you cope with that, and also some of you all outshine that competition. And therefore, for the scientific ability and the scientific mindset that you build here, the world wants to have the benefit of your skills. And that is why you stand out, and I actually feel the center of excellence is very consistently in the last 10 years reflected by the students themselves. And I will not undermine and I will not overdo the role of the student and undermine the role of the faculty. Faculty who are qualified, faculty who do the transmission of learning in the classroom is one thing, but the faculty who have got the passion for being here, some of them who have retired long time back elsewhere are here back again. It is that passion to make sure the best is made available for students that has brought excellence to this place, with students being ready to absorb what is being given by the learned, experienced and bright faculty members. So a special word of appreciation and a special word of gratitude to all those faculty who have been here for a long time, who have come from elsewhere and who have that passion to communicate with you, to make sure that you get the best of their learning, their experience and their brilliance. So I appreciate the way in which the faculty have dedicated themselves to the well-being of the students and the quality of this institution. I just want to go back to talking about how this country is moving on in making sure that our youth are given the necessary skills and they are also re-skilled and upskilled as we go along. And for that, I begin with the way in which Honorable Prime Minister on the Red Fort on 15th August this year gave us a slogan which existed before but added to it a bit more. We are all familiar. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. You are familiar, aren't you? Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. We've been saying with great admiration and respect to the farmers and also to the soldiers. Honorable Prime Minister added to that by saying Jai Vigyan and Jai Anusandhan. I'm sure by now even those who don't understand Sanskrit or Hindi, Vigyan you would know, even in Tamil it's Vigyanam. So Jai Vigyanam, Jai Anusandhanam. Anusandhanam is for technology and also for innovation. So the slogan now is no longer Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, and it doesn't end there. It is Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, and also Jai Vigyan, and also Jai Anusandhan. And it is in the last two that your contribution gets recognized. Your contribution is what is going to take India in the next 25 years, which we call Amrit Kal. And during this time, the emphasis will be on Vigyan and Anusandhan, so that by the time you see India at 2047, India at 100 years, 100 years free from the imperial rule, India will be a technologically savvy, advanced country. And I would say each and every one of your contribution is what is going to make it possible to reach an advanced economy status by 2047, and for which there are several steps that the government has already taken. I like to highlight a few because it is important for us to know. As it is, the government has set up quite a few centers of excellence. I think the Teaching Learning Center, Made IT Innovation Foundation, Center for Smart Manufacturing, Center for Artificial Intelligence and IoT have all been commissioned with support from government schemes and also from the contribution from the society itself. So it is not just building one or two IITs or building triple ITs with specific emphasis on manufacturing or on design. It's also to have these institutes of excellence around it, so that you create an ecosystem which can help science, which can help technology, which can help in training people with excellence for or inclination for innovation. And this is the kind of ecosystem that we have been very clearly dedicating ourselves, allocating resources in the budget, and making sure such institutions draw best of our talents, best of our students. And to that, when private sector, now some of them are in the board here, Saint Gobain and others, if they have come in to be on your board, they know what the industry, particularly those futuristic industries, particularly those which we have called as sunrise areas, particularly those for which we are giving productivity linked incentives so that India becomes the land for manufacturing some of those critical things which today we are completely dependent on countries abroad, and when there is a supply chain disruption, our manufacturing suffers. So what we need to do now is to make sure we understand what the industry needs and be able to manufacture for ourselves and for the world. And that is why industry leaders sitting on the boards of such wonderful institutions which draw talent, which bring in the best of skills and ability, and which have rigorous teaching, learning experiences is very important, because we need to produce our students to be capable of getting into industry, and getting into industry which serves India's development goals. And this synergy is now, I think, much achieved by most of the institutions, because government speaks to them, they give inputs to the government, and as a result you are able to get institutions which are absolutely important. There are a few things which I would want to highlight about the way India has created the ecosystem, which actually can help you to understand that we are at the right juncture. We are at the right juncture to contribute and to take India in a leapfrogging sense rather than marginal additions to what we already have. I just want to understand and also contribute to this debate with the data which comes from the UN population statistics of 2019. It says the working age population. the working age population of India will overtake China in 2028, meaning we'll have more working age population people in India by the time it is 2028, even much more than China. And that working age population will reach 65% of our population by the year 2036, and it will stay at that level of 65% till 2047. So I'm sure you understand the importance and significance of such a thing. If your working age population, meaning those who have graduated from institutions like this, contribute to about 65% of the entire population, the productivity, the contribution to the GDP are all going to be much higher than what the world can see today. So we are on a right way, giving emphasis to benefit from the demographic dividend that we have. Working age population being 65% of the population, total population itself is not going to give us the advantage. It is only when they are skilled, it is only when they are trained, it is only when they are given equal opportunity, irrespective of gender, societal classes or anything, that only then will that advantage of 65% of a working age population will be able to contribute to India's growth. And if it is much more than China, you realize the importance of training today, skilling today, and keeping that momentum up for further several years. 25% of all the startups. Before I go to that, I want to just tell you that even now, many people speak about Indian education system saying there's so much more to do, you're not as good as somewhere else. I just want to underline the fact it is this India's higher education which has contributed to the best of company executives elsewhere. Globally, I might be saying something which all of you are already aware. Globally, 58 top-notch company CEOs are Indian in origin. And they are in 11 such companies which are global big corporations. 58 of them in 11 large companies, which are multinational companies, whose collective turnover is over 1 trillion, revenue, 1 trillion revenue and 4 trillion in turnover. 58 India-educated, Indian origin people who have gone to head these companies are managing this kind of corporate sizes. And therefore, they couldn't have had less education than any others. In fact, they've had better education from our higher education institutions. But that's not to say that what is now prevalent is good enough, nothing needs to be done about them. We have to constantly keep upgrading the teaching learning experiences, and therefore it is important for us to continuously be on the top. Now, if 58 of them are already performing on the top notch, I also want to underline the fact that more Indian CEOs are there in S&P's 500 companies. Standard & Poor gives you a top company, 500 companies list. In the top 500 companies list, there are more Indian CEOs only next to American CEO. If you look at any one country whose CEOs are seated there, the second largest contributor to the number of CEOs globally is India. Americans may be first. So I repeat, our higher education is no less. People who have gone through the higher education in India are the ones who are totaling up to the second largest contingent, which is managing most of the best of the companies around the world. And that's the second largest contingent only after the United States of America. And again, I'm sure many of your sites are already on the Silicon Valley. 25% of all startups in Silicon Valley are managed by people of Indian origin. So for every one of us who's looking at Silicon Valley, you can actually lift your collars up in pride. 25% of all the startups there are managed by Indians. India, of course, now has 100 unicorns because the startup ecosystem has built up so well. 100 unicorns, all of them together are valued. The market value of these companies are 250 billion US dollars. And they have managed to raise from the market over 63 billion US dollars. 100 unicorns all in India. In the last few years, this number has gone up rapidly. I'm saying all this because even as you're going to graduate from here, even as some of you all would want to seek jobs, I'm sure those of you all who can become entrepreneurs yourselves and create jobs for others. So it is not a world where entrepreneurship is worrisome. Entrepreneurship has risks. It may have healthy risks, but it is possible for you all to become entrepreneurs yourself. Since you're talking about innovation, I also want to put this before you. In 2014-15, the total number of filing for patents in this country was only about 42,000, slightly above 42,000 in number. Today, that is the year ending 21-22, this number has gone over to 66,400 patent applications. So it is not easy. I don't find students feeling happy about it. You're not? You're not happy about it? 42,000 now becoming, in a matter of 7-8 years, 66,400 patent application, and I'm sure some of your patents are also being awaited there for getting your patent rights. The national education policy, therefore rightly, has given a lot of emphasis for higher education. And in this year's budget, I distinctly remember giving budgetary allocations for 750 virtual labs in science and mathematics and 75 skilling e-labs for simulated learning environment. And all these are being set up this year, marking 75th anniversary of India's independence. 750 virtual labs for science and maths, 75 skilling labs, e-labs for simulated learning. A digital university is also being set up, which will cater to all the far-flung areas, but many of the Institute of Excellence, universities of quality are all joining hands in setting up these institutions, which are going to be digitally benefiting for all of us. There's more to say about the interest that this government has taken in funding research, in funding and bringing private partnership into areas of research, genomics, pharmaceuticals, drones, artificial intelligence, and also making sure geospatial learnings are also strengthened. And I'm sure these are the very areas in which you are giving a lot of focus, and we'll be, as government, very happy to engage within such institutions which are institutions of excellence. I once again take this opportunity to congratulate the students who are going to receive the awards, but I also really thank our parents who have come here to see their students, their children getting the award. This special word of appreciation to parents. There is always one section of Indian society which says, parents are driving our children too hard. Children are not given freedom to do what they want. Whilst I understand that voice, yes, students should be given all freedom to pursue the area in which they want to study, but parents do have a sense of how the world is developing. Parents do have an understanding of what's going to help their ward, their children. So if they give us that gentle push, we are not worse for it. And I therefore pay my respects to all Indian parents who, because of their single-minded pursuit that their children should be educated, should be given best of education, they forego a lot to invest in children's education. Education is expensive. Scholarships are available. But parents do forego considerable amount of their savings in order that they see their children graduate like you all do and become CEOs of top-notch companies. So I actually bow my head in respect for Indian parents who have made it possible for Indians to reach this height. And therefore, with all that said, once again, thank you very much. I didn't see much of an enthusiasm this side when I spoke about parents, but I'm sure you'll realize it in a few years that your parents have done brilliantly well for you. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Madam, thank you so much. And I particularly take this homework, Jai Vigyan, Jai Anusandan. We all heard it from the PM word on the ramparts of Red Fort on August 15, but I think it is nice you set the context so well. Thank you, and I am sure as parents we all should thank the Minister for taking our cause. Thank you. Madam, I want to tell you that our students are not only good in science, technology, design, manufacturing, they are also good in larger general abilities. So I'm going to hand over a small plate which has something very interesting, all done by them. So let me kind of give 2 lines in Tamil. மாண்புமிகு நிதியமைச்சரின் வாழ்க்கையில் சில நிகழ்ச்சிகளை கொண்டு கூகுள் பகவான் உதவியுடன் IIITDM மாணவர்களால் தொகுக்கப்பட்ட ஒரு சிம்பிள் பிளேட், அதில் ஒரு திருக்குறள் ஒன்றையும் சமர்ப்பிக்கிறேன். Those of you who do not follow Tamil, I present some moments from the Honorable Finance Minister's life, selected by IIITDM students using Google Bhagavan, along with a related stanza from Tirukkural in the form of memento. Please accept. To the Senate members, does it please the members of the Senate to approve the award of the degrees of the Institute to the candidates who have become eligible to receive them at this convocation? Yes, please. Thank you. To the Director, Mr. Director, please award the degrees of the Institute to all eligible candidates.
Mr. Registrar, please propose the number of candidates who have become eligible for the award of the various degrees of the Institute at this convocation.
Sir, I propose that 380 candidates consisting of 6 PhDs, 53 MTech, 110 BTech MTech dual degrees and 211 BTech candidates be awarded the degrees of the institute at this convocation. I also propose that 303 candidates present be awarded the degrees in person and the rest in absentia.
By the authority vested in me as the chairman of the Senate and the director of the institute, I shall award the degrees to all the candidates proposed by the registrar who have become eligible to receive the degrees at this convocation. Dean Academics will present the candidates who have become eligible for the award of PhD degrees, and heads of the departments will present those who have become eligible for the award of the MTech, BTech, MTech Dual degree and BTech degrees of the institute.
I hereby present all the candidates who have become eligible for the award of the PhD degrees of the institute. Yes, Manigandan. Pallapogu Prasanna Kumar. Ajay Shankar. Burra Venkata Srikanth. Heads of the departments, please present all the candidates who have become eligible for the award of the Master of Technology degrees of the institute.
Master of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in Communication System Design with distinction, Chandika Madhusopna. Suraj K. Geeta Jakamsetti. NG Ilakiya. Rami Reddy Saumya. Master of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in Communication System Design, Amal CS. Monisha M. Gaurav Kumar. Master of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in Electronic System Design with distinction, Muttaya S. A. Swarna. Pravartana P. Aditya Goya. Muhammad Sagib Ansari. Master of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in Electronic System Design, Sivapriya K. Sudhanshu Shekhar. Apraboina R. Rogit. Hitendra Singh Narwaria.
Master of Technology in Mechanical Engineering with specialization in Mechanical Systems Design with distinction, Velmurugan K. Magesh A. Chimmi Praveen Kumar. Anamika Singh, Sandeep Kumar Prusti, D.K. Abhinay Atmaram, Master of Technology in Mechanical Engineering with specialization in Mechanical Systems Design, Siva PM, Arata Pradhan, Ranjit Kumar K, Master of Technology in Mechanical Engineering with specialization in Smart Manufacturing with distinction, Varun Prakash, Shanmuga Priya Kokirala, Zaran Muhammad, Pajuri Pranjali Batmaja, Selva Ganapati P, Muhammad Jabi, Master of Technology in Mechanical Engineering with specialization in Smart Manufacturing, Banka Mani Bhargava, Ambatti Shivaramakrishna,
Heads of the departments, please present all the candidates who have become eligible for the award of Bachelor of Technology and Master of Technology degrees under dual degree program of the institute.
Bachelor of Technology Honours and Master of Technology in Computer Engineering with distinction. M. Smeda, Vaibhav Singhal, Venkata P.K. Arulashmi, Bachelor of Technology and Master of Technology in Computer Engineering with distinction. Alan Pudan Peramba Alex, Bhavana Tumbu, Maria Filna Aruja, S.J. Harini, Bachelor of Technology and Master of Technology in Computer Engineering. Rishikesh Vedantam, Krishna Kumar Sutar, Kolamputala Kaushik, Padavat Arun Kumar, Gandhavaram Mahir Reddy, Basif Rasool, Firoz Mohammed, Praveen Kumar Rana, Samat Vats, Arindam Sharma, Swadi Yamal, Shiv Shankar, Narendra Bagria, Bhavani Shankar, Madara Ratna Prakash, Aviral Roy, Jindam Sai Suresh, Aditya Gopakumar, Kasanagotu Likit Chandra, Saumya Prakash, Joga Manish Kumar, Aniruddha Majumdar, Ritvik Raj Singh, Rahul James Kirakotil.
Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in Design and Manufacturing, and Master of Technology in Signal Processing and Communication System Design with distinction, MBS Sai Snehita. Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in Design and Manufacturing and Master of Technology in Signal Processing and Communication System Design, Jasti Mogini. Yella Pavan Kumar. Sukriti S. Sharmila P. Subhash L. Vishal Kumar. Uppasani Dulshak Kumar. Ashwin and John. Rudrapriya R.K. Rathod Vikram. Nukella Arshita. Shakti Kumar MS. Kompalli Monas. Hardy Trivedi. Sakti ST. Bachelor of Technology Honours in Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in Design and Manufacturing, and Master of Technology in VLSI and Electronic System Design with distinction, Ranjan Yadav. Shamuna Rai. Amethyst Sai Durti. Ullakulla Ramaseshu. Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in Design and Manufacturing and Master of Technology in VLSI and Electronic System Design, Sagash Shamda. Amar Vignesh. Kavi Priya. Balot Vinay. Malot Mamti Kishore. Sheikh Nafis. Stikar Venkatasai Devarkonda. Annie Therese Alexis. Shibi Vargu. Tanniru Sai Pavan. Shivam Mishra.
Bachelor of Technology Honours in Mechanical Engineering with specialization in Design and Manufacturing, and Master of Technology in Advanced Manufacturing with distinction, Kattapalli Naga Harish. Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering with specialization in Design and Manufacturing, and Master of Technology in Advanced Manufacturing with distinction, D. Sharat Chandar. B. Dhanashekar. Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering with specialization in Design and Manufacturing, and Master of Technology in Advanced Manufacturing, L.S. Sujay Siddeshwar. Nishant K. Sri Ganesh Bollakpalli. Saurav Sudhi. Praveen Raj R. B. Balaji. S. Narvekar, Nisim Sandesh Jadhav, Banod Nagesh, Kirtana Priya K, Shivans Bharadwaj, Kaushik S.G., Mohana Hari S., Mopi Devi Mani Chaitanya, Mridul Manoj K., CB version M. Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering with specialization in Design and Manufacturing and Master of Technology in Product Design with distinction, Kandigonda Rahul Ramsai. Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering with specialization in Design and Manufacturing and Master of Technology in Product Design, Akilan S., Anakapalli Sakiti Prakasha, Ramakrishnan S.K., Kanta Sai Kalyan, Talluru Chitvilas, Rashi Divedi, Annavarapu Lakshmi Deepthi, Banod Hrithik Roshan, Susmit Kumar Sahu, Duvru Tejo Sandeep, Vineet Sengar.
Heads of the departments, please present all the candidates who have become eligible for the award of Bachelor of Technology degrees of the Institute.
Bachelor of Technology Honours in Computer Science and Engineering with distinction, Kate Prahlad Gautam, Santosh Rahul G.S., Sona Elsa Simon, Harish K.M., Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering with distinction, Aprajit Raghuve, Ashwin B.S., R. Shrija, Ritik Kumar N., Bukya Navin, Bora Sai Sadvik, Hemant, Chindavadla Vivek Kumar, Devasani Narain, Devadoti Tejashri, Fatima Naurin, G.V. Anurag, Gadi Jaya Sadvika, Kunde Ritik Raj, Gunuru Manohar Srinivas, Gurugu Valli Ritik, Rishikesh Rajesh Menon, Jagadambiram Paratik Kandam, Jayant S. Jomin Rajesh K. Kattapalli Naga Sai Bhargav. Kunjanapalli Venkatasai Mahesh. Logeshwaran T. Madhukuri Sri Sai Lakshmi. Manlugos Nanda Sai Kishore. Maria Manindi Lokesh. Naidu Vishnu Sri Siri. Pavendan N. Shrestha M. Sushal Devasari. Suvari Rakesh. Shriya Chaudhary. Vaklagada Pavan Venkatasai. Vimala Lakshmi Srinivas. Vignesh Raja Ramon. Vinayak Sethi. Shubham Kharwa. Srinivasan R. Sharma. Shashank Tokania.
சார் மேடம்க்கு கொஞ்சம் டைம் கொஞ்சம் கம்மியாக இருக்குது கொஞ்சம் ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக படிக்கணும்.
Bachelor of Technology Honours in Electronics and Communication Engineering with distinction, Vignesh Nagarajan. Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering with distinction, Purle Lakshmi Soumya. Mayank Navneet Mehta. Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering, Afshin Shiniyas Muhammad Matrail. Panta Venkata Sai Surya Shanmuga Rushik. Bankula Sanshit Reddy. Bogi Karthik. Chirag CM. Taravat Gopi Nayak. Taravat Vijay Kumar. Tuvnuru Venkadakishna Reddy. Gangi Shetty Shravan Kumar.